In today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you a market study which suggests there's a 77% chance that Bitcoin trades at $10,000 this week. Taking a look at this tweet from Hasaka, who wrote, Bitcoin CME opens to a $1,265 gap. It's the largest ever, I think. Here's a chart of the recent $500 plus gaps, which we'll be breaking down for you in today's show. I'm also going to be sharing with you a market science CME gap study, which was published, and it breaks down all the comparisons of gaps filled since the CME futures launch. As you can see, 95% of the time those gaps get filled, and 77% of the time they get filled before the CME open, and 76% of the time filled before the CME close. We'll be giving you the full rundown. Also, Willy Woo wrote, post this 2020 halving, miners will cease to be the biggest sellers of Bitcoin. It will be the dawn of the crypto exchanges as the leading seller. The biggest sell pressure on Bitcoin will soon be from exchanges selling their Bitcoin fees collected into fiat. Also, in today's show, why Satoshi Nakamoto created the Bitcoin halving. As we all know, there's now only 7 hours, 38 minutes, and 7 seconds remaining. Let's check out how many blocks we have left to go. Only 588 blocks until the block reward. I'm pretty ecstatic. We're going to be discussing all about the Bitcoin halving here in today's show. We'll also take a look at the overall cryptocurrency market. As you can see, Bitcoin back in the green. Most of the major cryptos are in the red. Where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon to receive notifications of the latest premium crypto news. And before we kick off today's show, in case you missed Tikatwari's free online event and Q&A session entitled 5 Coins to 5 Million, last chance until 2024 to discover a handful of tiny cryptos that can turn $500 into 5 million thanks to a crypto market phenomenon you won't see again until 2024. You can still catch the replay for a limited time by clicking the link right below this video in the description. Once you do, it'll take you here. Simply enter your favorite email address and click the button that says sign me up, and it will redirect you to this limited time replay stream. So check it out and enjoy. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. Let's dive right into today's top story of the day. Just 72 hours ago, Bitcoin was trading at 10,100, but the crypto has since sustained a strong drop. This culminated on Saturday evening and Sunday morning when Bitcoin crashed from $10,000 highs to 8,100, almost a $2,000 drop. Just like that, within the span of a few hours, it was a strong drop that liquidated over $200 million worth of long positions on BitMEX. Bitcoin's stark reversal from the highs has convinced many of a bearish case. One prominent trader that last year predicted Bitcoin's 2019 bottom of $6,400 said that he expects yet another move to $6,400, though a market study by Market Science, a crypto data analytics and market research firm, has confirmed that such a drop may not happen. Their studies indicate that there's a 77% chance Bitcoin trades at $10,000 within the next week. And this study, you can actually check it out. I'll include it in the show notes below the video in the description. It's very detailed. I'm going to give you some of the highlights here as there is a lot of data to be shared. Because of the CME's Bitcoin futures don't trade on weekends, there are normally gaps formed on the charts on every Monday morning. The crypto market is 24/7, meaning that from the CME close on Friday to the open on Monday morning, there can be volatility that creates such gaps. Just today, Bitcoin formed a record $1,265 gap, as a top trader noted. This was formed because of the Friday price action on the exchange closed at 10K, while the Monday price action opened at 8,785. It's a potentially bullish sign for the Bitcoin market. A market study suggested, published on December 30th of last year, crypto research firm Market Science found that 77% of CME gaps fill, meaning price touches each portion of the gap in the subsequent week after the gaps form. While the historical data is sound, it's important to note that the gap that just formed is the largest CME gap ever for Bitcoin. This makes the current gap a substantial outlier that may not confined by the study, but there's other signs of a bullish reversal. The gap isn't the only sign indicating Bitcoin will undergo a bullish reversal, analysts suggest. And before we break that down, let's actually take a look at this tweet from Hasaka, who wrote, CME opens resistance to a $1,265 gap. It's the largest ever, I think. Here's a chart of the recent $500 plus gaps, and I'll include this in the show notes below the video in the description because this breaks down all the large $500 plus gaps in the CME. One popular trader shared the chart below, indicating that there are remarkable similarities between Bitcoin's price action for all of 2020 and that of the past 3 days. Both periods have a 4-phase distribution top, a capitulation crash, then a rapid recovery from the lows. The fractal playing out in full, the trader suggested, will result in Bitcoin returning to $10,000 in the coming 2 to 3 days, as we can see right here in this chart. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you feel that the CME futures gap will close and we will return to a $10,000 Bitcoin price? Holla at your boy and let me know. Now let's check out what Willy Woo has to share. Post this 2020 halving, miners will cease to be the biggest sellers of Bitcoin. It'll be the dawn of the crypto exchange as the leading seller. The biggest sell pressure on Bitcoin will soon be from exchanges selling their Bitcoin fees collected into fiat. And then he goes on to share, you can think of exchanges as tax agents on traders. That tax extracted into fees into Bitcoin gets dumped onto the markets and sold for fiat. It's similar to miners where coins gain by diluting the supply get dumped on the market that new demand needs to absorb. And then he continues, this is very different from traders buying or selling. When we say traders are buying or selling, this is a myth. Every trade is matched. Every trade has a buyer and a seller. When we say the market is buying or selling, we actually mean smart money is buying or selling. And he goes on and on. There's only 2 unmatched sell pressures on the market. Number 1, miners who dilute the supply and sell onto the market. This is the hidden tax via monetary inflation. And number 2, the exchanges who tax the traders and sell onto the market. And he goes on, with the rise of BitMEX and now strong competing futures exchanges, all pushing Bitcoin dollar daily trade volumes, the picture looks like this. 1,800 Bitcoin a day from miners pre-halving, 900 Bitcoin a day from miners post-halving, and 1,200 Bitcoin a day from exchange fees. To hit this home, it's really quite easy to generate 400 million of monthly futures trading volume from a $500,000 collateral account when trading short-term candles. That generates as much as 80,000 of fees. Holy moly. For the exchange, 8 Bitcoin of fees sold onto the market that month on a 50 Bitcoin account. And he goes on, when I look at the long-term price of Bitcoin from 2017 to 2020, the rise of the BitMEX style futures exchanges has made an irrecoverable footprint on the price. We have much more sideways now from the additional sell pressure. Now, while price moves sideways, this creates an environment where large leveraged traders have an easier time strategically liquidating the bulk of trades from their positions, like the cascading $4,000 to $14,000 short squeeze of 2019 equals more volatility. So thank you, Willy Woo, for the on-chain analytics breakdown. You're much appreciated. Our next story of the day, we're going to be discussing why Satoshi Nakamoto created the Bitcoin halving, which is now just only 7 hours away. Holy cow, it's happening today. I'm pretty stoked. If you're excited for this event, let me know in the comments below. Before we break that down, let's take a look at the overall cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin is back above 9,000. This is good to see. Bitcoin up 3% for the day. Ethereum behind it, barely in the green, trading at $189. Miss Litecoin up 0.11%, trading at $42.38. Bitcoin Cash down 0.2%, trading at $235. Satoshi Vision down 0.3%, trading at $185. EOS down 0.09%, trading at $245. So as we can see, Bitcoin and Ether and Litecoin are in the green, but most the major alts besides those are actually trailing and in the red. Now let's take a look at the exchange volumes. Binance down 27% with 7.7 billion in volume for the day. BitMEX down 27% as well, ironically enough, with 3.5 billion in volume. And OKEX down 23% with 3.4 billion in volume. And we take a look at all these major exchanges. The majority of them are in the red with their volume down for the day. That's probably because the volume in the past 48 hours has been surging pretty wild, as I have been covering here on the show. All right, now for why Satoshi Nakamoto created the Bitcoin halving. With Bitcoin's third halving upon us, the debate on if and when the big event will affect the future price of the largest cryptocurrency rages on. Now, we all know it's going to affect the price, right? If you've been watching the Daily Show, but the rules guiding the creation of new Bitcoin hammered into the software by its anonymous creator, the one and only Ninja samurai, Satoshi Nakamoto are crystal clear. In stark contrast to traditional currencies controlled by governments and printed at will, Satoshi set a hard supply cap. That's why we say Bitcoin is the greatest form of hard money, of 21 million coins, ultimately meaning you can't create more out of thin air. In addition, approximately every 4 years, the Bitcoin rewards handed out to miners are slashed in half by Satoshi's samurai sword, with the current halving reducing that number from 12.5 coins per block to 6.25 coins per block. The reward system combines with Bitcoin's difficulty adjustment, which automatically analyzes the network activity and tweaks the amount of computing power necessary to process transactions to ensure miners can continue to earn a profit as Bitcoin becomes increasingly scarce. The dwindling Bitcoin mining rewards are a central piece of Satoshi's method for allowing new Bitcoin to enter the supply and ensuring that supply doesn't outpace demand, all while carefully controlling and mitigating the effects of inflation. He addressed the topic in an exchange with the late Bitcoin pioneer Hal Finney via email back in 2008 and wrote, "The fact that new coins are produced means the money supply increases by a planned amount, but this does not necessarily result in inflation. If the supply of money increases at the same rate that the number of people using it increases, prices remain stable. If it does not increase as fast as demand, there will be deflation and early holders of money will see its value increase. Coins have to get initially distributed somehow, and a constant rate seems like the best formula." You know what I mean? Now let's take a look back again at the Bitcoin block reward halving countdown. So at the time of recording this, it is about 8:30 a.m. So 7 hours from now means 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Around 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, according to this Bitcoin block reward halving countdown, the Bitcoin block reward halving shall take place. Again, let's check out how many blocks are left until we have 588 blocks left to mine until the next block half. Pretty cool, right? We currently show 18,374,000 Bitcoin in circulation. There will only ever be 21 million in circulation, which we all know, but there's an estimated 7 million lost forever, which leaves us really with 14 million Bitcoin to go around. The percentage of total Bitcoins mined at this time is 87.5%, and the total Bitcoins left to mine is 2,625,588. If you're pretty excited for the Bitcoin halving, let me know in the comments below. You can see the first halving, which took place back in 2012. You see the green arrow here on the chart, and after that, by the time of 2013, the market reached new all-time highs, doing a parabolic surge. I believe something crazy like 200x, if I'm not mistaken. And then the second halving, which you see the second green arrow on the screen, that took place in 2016. And by the end of 2017, in December to be exact, Bitcoin reached a new all-time high of approximately $20,000. Then we've been consolidating and ranging and doing all that stuff in between since. Now, at the end of this year, I would like to see Bitcoin return to a new all-time high, at least test it. And I feel we have all the potential in the world to break it and dwarf our previous all-time high of $20,000. But that's just my 2 Satoshis. Let me know what you think. And now let's actually check out the overall cryptocurrency market cap, sitting at 241 billion with 159 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And the current BTC dominance is still on the climb at 67.3%. And taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, Crypterium, Go CRPT, up 41%, trading at 64 cents. Redcoin up 24%, trading at 0.001. Aave up 18%, trading at 6.8 cents. Status up 16%, trading at 3.2 cents. Ripio Credit Network up 12%, trading at 8.9 cents. Arger up 10%, trading at $12.88. And Zilliqua up 9%, trading at 0.007. And now for the biggest losers of the day, Hyperon down 15%, trading at 41 cents. 0x down 7%, trading at 38 cents. Digibyte down 6%, trading at just below 2 cents. Tezos down 6%, trading at $2.48. Synthetics Network down 6%, trading just below 80 cents. And ABBC coin down 5.5%, trading at 18 cents. And now checking out the BitMEX margins, we can see the bulls, hallelujah, back in control, leading with about 48 million in superiority in the past 24 hours, with longs leading 50.66% versus 49.34% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish on Bitcoin? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, shows we're currently rated a 40 in fear. Yesterday was a 48 neutral, last week a 40 in fear, and last month an 18 with extreme fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. Now let's check out the community section here on my YouTube channel for my latest poll, which I asked last week. I said, on the day of the Bitcoin halving, what will the Bitcoin price be? Now, 29% of you put between 9 and 10,000. We just crossed 9K once again, so most of you are accurate at this time. 25% of you put between 10 and 11,000, and 19% of you put above $11,000. Please cast your vote if you haven't yet done so, and after the halving takes place tomorrow, we will review it to see how many of you were actually accurate. And I also want to encourage you to check out the description below this video by clicking show more in the description right down below for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 400 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Not only is this updated every day, it also allows you to download the latest episode of the show in MP3 format. This way you can listen to it when you're working out and about, on the go, on your way to work, or just doing your thing. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet already done so. It helps out tremendously and helps us get more exposure to the show. You can also follow us on iTunes or on any of the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher Radio. So whichever podcasting platform you're active on, please help support the show. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And I also have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 cryptopreneurs from all over the world. To become a part of this, simply click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And I also have a private crypto Telegram chat, which you can become a part of simply by clicking this link from a mobile device. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you on the inside. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto revolution with the Bitcoin halving occurring today. We've been waiting so long for this time. I mean, 4 years in the making. If you're pretty lit for this, let me know in the comments below, and let's all just chill out, enjoy a crypto cocktail and watch this Bitcoin climb to the moon. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon to receive notifications of the latest premium crypto news. And may the crypto be with you. And real quick before I go, in case you missed it, Tika Twari's live event and Q&A session entitled 5 Coins to 5 Million, last chance until 2024 to discover a handful of tiny cryptos that can turn $500 into 5 million thanks to a crypto market phenomenon you and I won't see again until 2024. If you missed this live, you can still catch the replay for a limited time by clicking the link below this video. Once you do, it's going to take you here. Simply enter your favorite email address, then click the button that says sign me up, and it will redirect you to this limited time replay stream. Enjoy it, and I look forward to catching you on tomorrow's episode. And enjoy this Bitcoin halving, and may the crypto force be with you.